Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Today is the Wine and Dine Hour for August 13th. And today we are going to learn from our very own Shane Belcito, who is another MSI here that got to take that trip to Hawaii and came back alive. Well, we all made it back alive, but he means he's rocking his business with the wine club. He hosted on Wednesday and some of his team cooked for us some amazing foods. So Shane, what are you going to talk to us about today? You're muted, sir. We're unmuted.
All right, I thought we went through that process.
We did. It's somebody's muting you. Your system is continuing to mute you.
Stay. Got it. Yes, it's staying.
Yep, we're good.
Wow, okay. Gotta love computers, right? Pays the bills some days, sheesh. Anyhow, today is about wine or Mickey Mouse? We'll go with wine.
I was gonna say both.
Both. That works for me. Morning, everybody. If you're not awake, you should take that other product from another company. It will help you. Anyways, today is about Wine Ambassador for me, and thank you for having me on. I am going to mix it up a little bit today, and today's going to be a little different than other instructors. I go about things a little differently. So today you get to use your ears. And it's partly because we all learn in different ways. Some of us are visual, some of us are audio, some of us are kinesthetic. So that's doing and listening and seeing, just for you, those of you who wonder. But with a lot of Zoom, with all audio, all visual, today I'm going to be audio and kind of have you focus utilizing that skill a little bit more. So if you are a visual learner, you'll be fine. There's more trainings, and I am going to go to where I'm going to verbally visualize it for you today. Before we kind of jump into wine and what we're doing today with wine, there are different tools that help you succeed in different things in life and in business. And our wine here is a business for most of us. Even if it is just a hobby, it's good to be in that right mindset. It's good to be, you know, right where you're at. So one of the tools we have in our toolbox, for those of us that are in with Triple R and those of you that are new just here in just wine, it's a good tool to have in your toolbox. And it's called Reset, Refocus, and Recommit. It is one of those things that just helps you get, you know, what's in front of you and be persistent with it and just go after it. And it can be for work. It can be for family, spouses, kids. It can be for anything really in life, like I was pointing out. But just being able to take that deep breath, really reset, refocus. So I'm going to just do a quick one today so that we can get into the right mindset. And then we're going to venture on into some international marketing of wine. Sounds fun, huh? All right, so with Reset, Refocus, Recommit, it is best to go ahead and close your eyes. Now I don't have to because mine don't work. Just kidding, I'll close them. So close your eyes. We're just going to take a minute or two, take a couple deep breaths in. So go ahead and just slowly breathe in. And let it out. And just whatever's comfortable for you. Let's do a nice another slow deep breath in. And let it out. That feels good. So let's do one more. Deep breath in. And let it out. Now with this tool from Rory, which he refers to as Triple R, which is very common, you'll see it all over, we're going to reset first. And with the reset, you really want to take yourself to a place that's for you. A calm place. For Rory, it's the top of a snowy mountain. For me, I like beaches or water or right at the edge of the water. For you, it might even be a meadow or, you know, even your own backyard, you know, something peaceful, something there that's you, that you can go to and just kind of taking a moment to take in this deep breath that we've taken and really take in what's around us. Now, as we're here on this mountaintop, so go ahead and just get yourself to that place, really visualize it. Is it hilly? Is it flat? Are the waves calm? Are the waves going? You know, where is it for you? Just kind of let's take a moment looking at this quiet, peaceful place that you've brought yourself to visually in your mind. And you're going to notice, no matter where it is, that mountaintop, that beach, that backyard, there are things going on. A rabbit running by, the wind blowing, maybe a surfer hitting the big wave. You got distractions, you got things happening. There might have been footprints left behind from something else. Maybe something's tipped over. You know, there's a bucket from an old sandcastle just sitting there, you know, just different things like that. These are your distractions and things. So let's take a moment and kind of, you know, maybe you're using a whiteboard as your peaceful place. And so if you can take and just take these different bits and pieces that are distracting a little bit, and let's just kind of wipe them away a little bit. The wind blows enough to get those footprints out of the snow away or the sand. The water calms and starts to just be kind of tranquil, just a little slapping against the beach. You know, maybe in your backyard, the birds calm down a little bit because they were a little distracting. Let's just go ahead and mentally wipe away some of the things going on around you. So you really have just a smooth snow, smooth sand, smooth water, smooth, peaceful, just kind of quiet around you. Let's go ahead and just kind of soak this in. And it may take a moment for many of us. If you have a monkey brain like me, you know, it may take a few minutes to just get that wiping of it to where it's smooth, it's quiet, it's peaceful, so that you can kind of suck in what's around you. So I'm going to shut up. Let's just give yourself a minute mentally, just kind of, if something comes running back through, wipe it away again. And let's just kind of take a moment of the peace. And again, let that monkey brain kind of wipe it away. Let's go ahead and take in a deep breath again. And the second part of reset is refocus. And that's what we're doing today, is we're going to focus on wine. We're going to focus on marketing wine internationally. So that's our task ahead of us, is so we're just kind of take a look. The other part of it is, you know, focusing on why are we doing this? You know, why are we part of Wine Ambassador? Why are we here doing what we're asking you to do, to take and market and share it with others? And again, if you're just here to enjoy the wines, great. We love you for that too, because we all love it too. But, you know, refocus. What are some of the reasons we're doing this for? You know, is it for our family? Is it for our kids? Is it so my kid can go to college? Is it to pay off the mortgage? Is it so that I can be home all day, every day, and do what I want, when I want, as much as I want on the internet, and be my own boss? Is it so I can fire that boss? You know, what are some of the things? Focus. Why are you here? Why are you doing? What's the benefit of you being here today for this hour with Wine Ambassador? And go ahead and just take a moment thinking, you know, what are some of the things to focus on? And these can be little goals. Maybe you're just here, you know, to make an extra $100 a month so you can pay for extra food. You know, it can be little, it can be big. Maybe you're here so that you can give away 6 figures a month to charity. You know, there's whatever it is, what brings you here? What are some things to focus on here? All right. And then the last R is the recommit. And that's it, where you literally say, okay, let's do it. Let's get to work. I know why I'm here. I know what I'm here for. I got my mind cleared. It's time to commit to whatever's in front of you. And again, like I said, what's in front of you? It might be time with your family. It might be your job. It might be, you know, anything. Today it's Wine Ambassador for an hour. So focusing, committing, going towards what it is you're doing is going to help you be more productive, get more things done, Especially, like I said, if you're people like me that have the monkey brain going all over the place trying to do 50 things at a time, this aspect of this tool, being able to take this deep breath, and we just, we're reset now, we're focused, now we're going to commit and get to work. So let's go ahead and open our eyes, kind of wiggle the fingers. Now, if you had something you want to really focus on that you need to write down, go ahead and take a moment and write that down or put it into something on your computer. Today, I'm going to have you working physically. So go ahead and take a moment to close out anything that's going to be distracting you today, such as Skype. I come to Skype. Just close out anything. What I want you to have today is your Wine Ambassador back office. So you can take a moment to pull up a window for the internet. And like I said, you're going to hear me today. I'm not going to show you. I'm going to have you do the parts of it. So go ahead and take a moment to pull up a browser so that you can log in and log into your Wine Ambassador back office if you're not already in there. And then I do want you to have somewhere to take notes. Pen and paper is perfect because then your brain grabs onto it more. But if you're using like a notepad or WordPad or Google Docs, great. Go ahead and take notes. And like I said, if you want to write down some things you caught that you want to focus on that you hadn't before, go ahead and get those written down. And we'll just take a moment. And I'm going to see what we're at for time. 9:12. Alexa, set a timer for 45 minutes for training. All right. So today we're going to, and if you're new, you may not have got to this aspect of things. If you're in Wine Ambassador all by itself, great. This is a great skill to have as well. We're going to go over what is referred to as link posting, which in its simplest terms is taking links to your Wine Ambassador pages so that people can read and join and putting them out there on the internet. Now, if you're in RRR if you have a website of your own and you know who you are with performance blogging and stuff, take that and you always bring people to your mall first. If you don't have a mall yet, use your links for Wine Ambassador. It's the same process, just where the link is going is the difference. If you need a website and you get with whoever got you into Wine Ambassador and find out about it. But today we're going to market Wine Ambassador utilizing the internet with what's called link posting. If you're new and haven't quite got to that step, you're still editing your pages and stuff, that is fine. You'll get to this point. Today's a good day to set yourself up a little bit so that you're ready as you hit that point. So everybody here can do what we're doing today. You just may set it aside and start it doing like in a day or two if you're just about to get to that point, if you're brand new. And if you're brand new, welcome. So what I'd like you to do is also open up your Google Docs now. Almost every one of us here has a Google account, and in there you have the Google Docs. And if you just pull up the Google Docs first. And if you're just in Wine Ambassador, same thing. You should have a Gmail. If not, go ahead and use some other document program, but I recommend Google Docs because it's going to help you stay organized, keep stuff in one place, and protect it. Because if anything were to happen to your computer, knock on wood, it's in the Google computers too. So open up Google Docs, and if you don't already have one, you want a folder for ad templates. Now, some instructors may have you organized differently. So wherever your ad templates go, that's what we want. If you're brand new and just starting, create a new folder. And it's in the new, you'll have the new, you can do new doc, new folder, new spreadsheet. You want a new folder if you're starting fresh, and it's going to be for ad templates. So go ahead and take a moment if you need to create that. If you already have it, open up your ad template folder. And if I'm going too fast, you'll get the recording and/or get with the person that got you into Wine Ambassador. They'll help slow this down. I want to make sure that we are, getting to where we need to get to today, but I know for a lot of us, we need to even take it back into baby steps. So you can get those with the recording, or you can get those with help from, there's a lot of help here, as you know, a lot of help here. So we have our ad template folder open. And today I want to have some fun with international ad posting, which a lot of us don't do. A lot of us stick with the US and whatnot. So you want to do both. You want to massively do the US, but you also want to sprinkle in some international stuff going on because this is the internet. You can do it anywhere in the world. You can even do it in multiple languages, you know what I mean? Languages, if you have that skill. So you can create ads, you can create pages and everything in any language. It's the internet. So take advantage of those skills as you have them too. So here we're going to go ahead and first off, we're going to create a new document to place into this ad template folder because we're going to create an ad template so we can utilize it. Now, what these templates are for, if you're new, is they make it easy for you to, when you go to post the ads, to just go copy, paste, like you saw. Exactly. So we're going to set up a template that already has the pieces of the ad ready to go. It also has a variety of stuff in it, so you're not posting the exact same ad every time. It's mixed up a little bit. So I'm going to help you set up that template, and then we're going to go paste it. So a couple things we're going to need for that template is what goes in them. So let me give you the 4 bits of a template, and then we're actually going to fill in some blanks a little bit. So we have some things to use today. So the 4 bits of a template, so that I just keep it simple, is we're going to have some titles ready to go. So we're going to have the ad title. We're going to have a list of them, so we have some to choose from. We're also going to have the ad body, which is just a quick blurb of what it is we're talking about. So in this case, wine. Now, for those of us with a performance blogging systems and a website that we're bringing the traffic to first, these ads, you want to be enticing. And there was some impressive training just the other day. So get that recording of power words and things like that. But you also don't want to let the cat out of the bag. If you tell them everything they need to know right there in that ad, there's no reason for them to click on the link and come to it. So it's more of a teaser is how I like to look at it. You're just, hey, we got this. You probably should check it out. Come, you're come here, come look. You don't want to let the cat out of the bag and say, yeah, blah, 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 and just spit it all out. And then there's no reason for them to come read more about it. And that's kind of so it's just a little blurb, teasing them. And then the third part of your template is going to be the link to where they're going. So if you're in Wine Ambassador, it's going to be your unique link with your ID number. We're going to go get that in a second. It's also going to be, if you're with Performance Blog, it's going to be your exact page to like find wine or Wine Magic, for example. So those will be right there in the template. So they're ready to just copy, paste, and go. You don't have to keep going and getting it. And then the last part is images. And the easiest way with images is to have another folder in Google Docs or to access Rory's folders in Dropbox. And you can get access to that from the person that brought you here. Or just even have a folder within your own computer is specifically labeled wine pictures. Because most of the time on these sites where we're putting these ads on, they want you to upload. So it's not, what found is you don't really get to copy the ad from your doc and put the image, so it's better to have them ready to upload from a place. It's also better to have them smaller. Don't get these great big 12,000 by, if they are, go ahead and get them prepared ahead of time. So they're just a little 300 by 400, just something. And again, something enticing. If you have memes, my mouth today, memes, you can go ahead and utilize those. Otherwise, it's just something that kind of fits with what we're doing today. So today is International Wine. So as you and prepare yourself, we can go get some in. So we'll kind of do that. Andy, actually, I think you put it up on Thursday. A fantastic place to get even more images beyond what Rory's provided. So images, you kind of want 1 or 2 per ad so that it catches people, at least 1. So if you can put an image up, we do recommend put an image up because people will see that first before they read the title in many cases. So those are our 4 parts. So let's go ahead and first go grab a piece that we need, that link, and then we're going to come back and fill in some of these blanks of those 4 parts. So let's scoot on over. I had you log in to wineambassador.com. I am going to keep it simple today. If you already have your web page ready, like Find Wine or Wine Magic, go ahead and go there and actually pull up the page so you can grab the HTTP out of your browser. For those of you in Wine Ambassador, on the left, as soon as you log in, you have that link that says wineambassador.com, blah, 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 some numbers. Actually, it's a big number now, huh? So you're going to grab that whole thing, the HTTP, all the way to the end of the numbers, and let's copy that, please. And or the link to your page, Find Wine, Wine Magic. So depending on who you are and where you're at, go ahead and take a moment to grab the link that we're going to be sending traffic to. Now, those of you that are grabbing the link from your wineambassador.com, go ahead and paste that into your browser too, so you can pull the page up, please. Those of you that have a performance blogging system, go ahead and click on one of your links within the page so you can pull up your join page or the link that you have for Wine Ambassador inside your page. So now everybody should have on their screen wineambassador.com/ and either their ID number or join/home/ blah, 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 and their ID number. Something that says it's their link. And you'll see if you've set it up, and if you haven't, get some help. In the middle, right there at the top of the page, presented by Shane, he's the best. You want to use his link always. Oh, wait, say presented by whatever you filled in as your display name. So kind of double check that, that's smart. If it just says presented by and nothing, then yes, you do want to set your display name, and you can get help with that if you need it. The other thing we're going to do is if you're not already on the Join Now page, go ahead and click that Join Now right above the big black square if you're on the home page.
Jane, just to let you know, Andy and I are putting things in the chat. One of the things I put in the chat was how they can find their Google Drive so they could get to their Google Docs.
Okay. Thank
Some
you.
may not know that. And then Andy put in the link to the Unsplash, and an update on Unsplash. Not all of them are free pictures. Some of them do cost some money. So watch for that.
And I wasn't aware of that, so thank you.
I wasn't either until after the call on Thursday.
So that's good to know. But even the free ones, there's a lot. Awesome. Thank you, Stacey.
Sure.
All right. So the one thing I want to do while we're here at our links is there's a spot there that says Join Now. And as you come down, you get to choose a country and choose a state. I think you have to choose a state first, but I might be mistaken. But what I want to do is click on that country list as it allows. And we're going to see which countries are already getting Wine Ambassador wine shipped to them. So, and I believe there's about 6 or 7 when I looked a little earlier. And one of the smart things to ask, like, Alexa, where's one of the top places to get wine from? And she told me Italy. So that's a place I want to advertise in. But you're going to see Italy, you're going to see Spain, you're going to see UK, you're going to see Australia, you're going to see Canada. So I'd like you to pick one, a target for today. Where are you going to target market today? What's your country? And for me, my grandma's a war bride. She was from UK, so I like to target UK. But I target them all. But UK is, you know, I want a reason to go there too, right? For business and pleasure, exactly. So pick a country off that list that you're going to market to today. And it doesn't matter which one, that this will be your target. So then we're going to go ahead, and we've already copied our links for our Wine Ambassador or for our performance blogging system, Fine Wine and Wine Magic, the page we're going to market for today. So let's come back to our template, and we're actually done with Wine Ambassador. So if you want to close that out and get it out of your way, that's smart. If you're like me, you get window happy, and all of a sudden you have 400 windows open. So when you close them out when you can, speed up your computer. We're going to come back to that Google Doc with our 4 parts. So third one down was the link you're marketing to. Let's go ahead and paste that onto our document now in that spot. So it's all ready to go. The HTTP will show up there as you copy. And if it doesn't quite show up the full link, you can swing back and get it again, but it should just paste right in there. And you now have your link that you're going to be advertising and sending the traffic to. And then let's scoop back up to the top of our template. The first piece was some ad titles. I usually tell my student, and my habit is a good 15 to 20 different titles, but let's just get 5 or so on here. You guys can, add to it more later today. But for the purpose of training, let's get about 5 titles in place ready to go. So we're targeting a country. We're targeting Wine Ambassador. We're targeting what I also would like to target today, but it's up to you. I'm targeting people that want to work from home with this ad. Later tomorrow or later in the week, I may target just customers. So again, your template is dependent on what what is your target. You're going to have multiple templates, multiple ads going on. Today, I'm targeting people that want to work from home and people that are in another country than the US. So I'm going with work from home in UK. So if you want to go with work from home in Australia, Canada, Spain, Italy, any of those ones on the list. So what would be, we're going to get about 5. So like something simple, international wine business from home. There's one of my titles. US wines shipped to the UK, because that's what's happening. They're coming straight from Napa and Sonoma Valley, exclusively. How many people get wine from Napa in the UK at these kind of prices? Nobody. Exactly. Another title might be, oh my golly, my brain just turned off.
Napa wines. Napa wines to whatever country.
Yes, Napa wines. Wow, that was quite a brain freeze. Yes, Napa wines to Australia, or whatever your list. Excuse me, your list is. Moms work from home now. Something to that. You could even kind of sneak that in there. So you're kind of, again, you're getting something that catches their attention. Nothing's perfect here. It can be anything and everything. Save money on wine now. Things like that too. Your goal is just to get their attention so that they click. That's the part of the title, is get the click through to the ad. Because they're a lot of times just looking at a list of stuff. You've seen some of these places, so you want get that clicks, and then once they're there, so we'll go ahead and take a moment to get a couple more. We're targeting wine, we're targeting working from home, just different things like that. Just keep spitting them out. If you don't like one, you don't have to use it. But even then, you might find you use it anyways because it's on the list.
I've come up with a couple of get in now and work from home today. Did you see what you can do from home now?
I like to ask questions too. Yes, that's a good one. Did you know wine can travel?
I did. We got to explain it to Narita the last time.
Yeah, that's a good title. Yep, just yeah, things like that. Or something like why not? Kind of a twist of words to catch their attention. Okay, so I think you guys got the idea of the title. And really the ad body is just an extension, like I said, just a blurb, giving them that enticement to want to go get the full information. You don't want to use wine ambassador in your titles or in your ad body. They'll see that as they come to the full-fledged link in the company website. Don't make it easy for them to then hit Google for wine ambassador, is kind of what I'm getting at. Thankfully, the name of wine ambassador is pretty generic, which is awesome too. They did that deliberately. But with the body, it's just a little blurb. We now have an opportunity where people are able to work from home internationally in this incredible industry of wine. Something to that effect is just, a little blurb. You also want multiple blurbs. I usually say around 7 to again, 12, 15. The more you have, the easier it is for you to mix things up. But today, let's just get 2 or 3 in place. You can add more to it. So this one takes a little longer. This one takes a little more brain power. Do you find mine mine today is something else? And so let's just take a moment with that first blurb. So we're targeting working from home with this particular template, and we're targeting wine. So in that blurb, you're just letting them know, like I just said earlier, with this Napa and Sonoma wines are known as some of the most amazing wines in the world. Did you know you can get them to your front door? Find out more. Something, keep it simple, keep it easy. The ultimate goal is for them, come get the details here, find out more. All the information is found, something to that effect, so that they're coming to the link that you're providing. We're link posting. We want them to actually click on the link that's posted, not just look at it and say, oh, great, and run off. So anything you can do to entice them to click without letting the cat out of the bag is the best thing to do with those blurbs. And again, you don't need a whole page because your page is on your website. You need a blurb and advertisement. This is a commercial. And, it's when you see a lot of the commercials on TV, they're just quick, simple, something excited to get them to go, oh, I got to find out more about that. That's our goal. I got to find out more about that. Click through. So go ahead and take a moment. And let's just at least get one in place so you have a little blurb there. And yes, this is a little harder. So we'll kind of take a breath here and let's just kind of, Stacey, you got one too?
I'm working on it, but what I was gonna ask is, may I share my screen so they can see how I'm laying out? 'Cause
Oh, you're cheating. No,
frustration building.
today's audio. Yeah, you
Okay,
you can help the visuals. That's fine.
all right, guys. So there I've made mine Wine Ambassador International for my title because I have a whole bunch of different titles for templates. But I'm liking the way Shane is doing this. I'm getting some golden nuggets. The target market aspect, that is awesome. So I'm choosing France and work from home. My ad titles, oh, I want to put that bold. I need to be able to see the difference. And these are some of the titles that I did one of got internet, work from anywhere. I came, it's kind of like got milk.
I like that one. Wait, you're doing it in English though. That's not French.
I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do in a minute. But my ad body, my first one I've written is Napa and Sonoma wines are some of the most amazing wines in the world, which is what you said. Now you can get them to your own door and I'm putting in the word country in parentheses so I can copy and paste this to other templates for other countries later. Even more, you can help bring that attention and make some money.
Some pounds. Oh wait, you're in France. You chose the wrong country. I mean,
our number 2, I actually did what country consumes the most wine. And you guys, you know what? USA is number 1. France is number 2. Right behind it is Italy. So that's why I went with France. Don't miss out. Got to get that power word in there. Don't miss out. Look here now. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to call this the translation. And I'm going to copy this and go to Google Translate. And I'm going to pick that I'm in English now. And I want to go to French. And I'm going to put my text right there. And it's Les vignes de Napa et Sonoma sont farmées. And I'm going to stop there because I'm going to slaughter the French language. I never tried to say French in my life, y'all.
There we go. There. Now I will give a little tip there. I love that tool. It's very effective. However, as you catch somebody fully French, only French, you're going to have to continuously always have to utilize that as your communications back and forth if they grow in towards anything like what we're doing here.
Correct.
So just so it's great tool people, but we want bilinguals in a lot of cases too, because that way or we do have instructors in other languages, so you can take advantage of that too. Awesome. So that has our body. I think you guys have had some time. So take your screen away, Stacy.
Yes, sir.
No, thank you, Stacy. Thank you. And then the third part was the link. Actually, Stacy, you got your screen up still. So can you pull up that site that Andy had with pictures?
Oh, yeah. Let me click on.
Thank you. I'm gonna use your seat. Come
on. By the way, I think you've set at least everybody's Alexa for 45 minutes, just saying. I was getting messages on it.
Oops. I wouldn't do that. I could ask her, Alexa, who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me?
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. All right, I've got that up, the Unsplash. And it's actually supported in multiple languages. You can switch back to English at any time. That's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool. I didn't know that. I thought I had to keep copy pasting.
What do you want me to look for?
Well, in this case, we got wine and you got France going on. So let's try. But so we want to avoid you don't necessarily want French wine where it's just going to pull up a bunch of French labels, but we do want some kind of, like French countryside or wine grapes, kind of things like that, that just kind of enhancing your ad versus bringing up stuff that's other people's trademarked. In this case, with this site though, I think even France and wine might give you some generic stuff because of the site.
Actually, I did France in wine, and there is some pretty cool pictures, guys. There's the French countryside. Oh, there's that gal there that almost, I'm gonna click on her. You're gonna have to bear with me, guys. I've not used Unsplash before. So, okay. This one cost me money. We're gonna get off of that one.
And you'll have to teach us if there's a way to search where you only get the free ones out one, or if you get a mix like this. But I do like this because the pictures are, sometimes when you hit those free pick sites, they're just, generic, scribbly, old pixelated from the 80s.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's any that I can say that I want to do just for free. Ooh, pictures of grapes.
And again, my suggestion here, as she's doing this, is that you do find the ones you want and the ones you're going to use, put them somewhere you can find them easily. Dropbox, a document in your computer, a Google folder so you can snag them. The Google folder is sometimes a little harder to upload from for me. So I find, an actual somewhere I can upload from. But usually in all cases, you can search anywhere, grab and upload as you're posting your ads.
Oh, look at this. They've even got an Italian landscape. I'll download it just for you. There, I'm figuring out that the pictures up at the top are not free, but the ones towards, ooh, wine barrel. The bigger ones, they want you to say thanks. Ooh, corks. Okay, you have just sent me down a rabbit hole, Shane.
All right, you're done. You got 3, right? You're allowed 3.
I have 6.
You're done. You're done. Thank you. So, hey, see how quick and easy that was for images if you got the tools? So that's number 4. So our template is ready. So thank you, Stacy. You're done with your screen.
Yep, I've stopped sharing.
No, I see a wine bottle right there.
No, I hit stop. I hit stop share.
You're good. All right.
The wine bottle is, no, it's actually on my desk.
Oops. All right. Anyhow, I was messing with you. Our template is ready. I do want it bigger. Like I said, good 15 to 20 ad titles ready to go, around 7 to 12 to 15 ad bodies, your link, some images, in Stacy's case 6. You can have, up to, again, 15 to 20 so you can mix things up. So what we're doing with these templates, it's allowing us to go to the same website that we're going to go to in a moment, where you can post the very similar ad over and over again. So literally what we're going to do is we're going to go to an ad classified site and we grab a title and we put it in place. We grab a body, we put it in place. We grab the link, put it in place. We upload one of the images that we like from where we put them, and then we submit the ad. And then you grab a different title, and so you're mixing them up. So different titles go with different bodies. The link is always going to be the same because that's what we're link posting, and then different images. So it is the same ad targeting working from home here in France or the UK, somewhere like that. But then it's also going to be mixed up a little bit. So they're not seeing work from home and wine, work from home and wine, work from home. That's why we have these templates in place. It allows us to get more out there in a similar way without, you've seen it. The same ad over and over and over again. That's not what we want. So the next thing is where we're going to post. Now, yes, Rory has some fantastic lists. Some of them on there even target specifically international classified ad websites. You can also, a lot of the ones we're going to regularly that we like that are our favorites, they have Canada, Australia, they have the different countries. So you can utilize those. The other thing too, is I want to show you, is pull up Google. People use Google still? Exactly. Pull up Google, put in your country, so France, UK, Australia, whatever one you want, classified ads, and hit search. And I'm going to go ahead and have you, probably like last year, so it might take a little work. Maybe we'll find it for you. Rory also put one where he was doing he was getting into international conversations with people and helping. So you might find that recording on YouTube. But we're going to do classified ads today because we have that template. There are other creative ways that you can be promoting your links within different ways and different things. So keep learning and doing. Here, you got a whole list now in Google of various places. Now, some you may go to, come back. You got a whole list. So if you don't like it right away, don't spend an hour trying to figure out how to use that classified site. If it's not simple, if they're trying to charge you, things like that, just move to the next. There's thousands of them. But in this case, when you go to Google, you're targeting that specific country. Now, you might bump into, like with Stacy in France, when she types in France or French, however she's going to search it, classified ad site or sites, depending on how you put it. So try a couple different keyword phrases too, but you may also bump into sites that are only in that language. So careful with that. Again, you can translate whatnot, but kind of target where you can use it easily, post easily. And then the process is the same that we do here in the US that most of us learn. But if you're not, you're literally going to get on and do multiple sites. Rory even shows you in his ad posting marathons where he's got one loading while he's setting up the other one. So you can open up multiple tabs, multiple windows, but we'll just do one right now. With this, you're going to post in that country, but you're still going to do similarly like we're doing here. And yeah, it gets fun. It gets challenging because we don't know the states. We don't know the cities. We don't know. So even, kind of systematically hit maybe alphabetically the different cities, A, B, C, or maybe start with the different categories and when I talk about link posting in categories, don't blatantly put wine ads in the car section. But there is a lot of gray area. Who are the biggest wine drinkers in the world? And all you women, raise your hand. And we're not, it just is what it is. 80% I think is the number. It's a large number. So the majority of people looking at wines, getting wine information, looking at the wine ads are women. So where are the women in the different categories? So cosmetics is kind of a gray area. It's not advertising for food and health or whatnot is a good one. Where are the women going to in what categories? So you can kind of hit that gray area. So you don't necessarily have to be looking the website and the classified sites just for wine or just for, because you don't have enough to post in. Kind of target who's best to look at this. In this case, wine, women. Let's get so cosmetics, health and fitness, anything, women's blah, blah. You can do that along with the wine. And in this case, we're targeting working from home. So anything to do with work from home, online, that's, so take the gray areas of the categories, try and follow the site's guidelines because you don't want to get kicked off. But if you get kicked off, oh well, there's more of them. So, and because we're not posting the same ad over and over again, we're taking a different title, but you can get away with it going from category to category. So I'm kind of rambling. I'll get to the point. What I'm saying is pick a systematic way you're going to go through this particular site that you pulled up. Are you going to go through the categories and grab each one first? Are you going to go through the cities and grab them alphabetically or regionally as you work across the country and learn about the country? But you do want to hit more than just, okay, it will let me post to the whole country at once, boom, I'm done. You can do that, but piece it up so you're doing it physically, because a lot of these people that hit these sites, they're going to their hometown, they're going to their region, they're going to their part of the site that's them. Not everybody hits the whole thing and looks at the whole. So a lot of those, when you get to post to the whole country all at once, it doesn't necessarily piece it up enough to where the person in this city down here gets to see it. One of my new students has a great strategy. He's actually hitting the cities that he kind of knows populations are over a certain number. So he's not really hitting the city of 400 people. That's systematically too. So he does kind of go through and just, so kind of look at this, what you get to post, how they broke it up. You get to pick categories, you get to pick cities. In this case, we're already in a country. Some other sites might get you to pick countries. So then you got to narrow it down. So take a look at what you've brought up as a classified ad site, how it posts. Does it make you set up an account for free? Great. When you do that, you have your spreadsheet like Roy showed you, so you keep track of your logged in details and stuff. As you're posting these, do they allow you to come back and renew them in a week, a month, a year? Make note of that on your spreadsheet. When you're posting them, do they expire and you want to come back anyways in a month and just redo the whole process again? That's where the template comes in. When you have a template, you can easily come back, maybe change a word or two if you want, but you don't really have to, and just redo the same process. That way you can, keep getting in front of these people. What is it? I think on average, you need to see an ad 7 or 9 times, I think Roy said. That's, just like when you watch football, they play that Ford commercial how many times? And it's the same dang Ford. Yeah, it's marketing. We're marketing. We're getting it. And as we all are, maybe there's like 10 of us today that chose the UK because it's the best one of, so they'll see similar things for this wine ambassador advertisement. Eventually they're going to click on one of ours. It's marketing. So that's the last part I want to say here with these is you do want to stay consistent, and even stay consistent with fun with. Now, with other countries, you don't need to hit every week unless you want to. You still need to massively hit the US. That's Stacy shared it. We're the big wine drinkers, but have some fun mixing it up because you do have an international wine business working from your home. And that's fun. When people ask me what I do, I'm a marketer. Well, I market an international wine business. That perks their ears up. I have an international wine business from my home. They want to know more. That brings questions in. That's even a good title there. So it is work, but stay consistent with it so you can have some fun with it. And like Sheila's pointed out in a lot of her trainings, this is something, once you're set up with this template, even in your phone, that's why we use Google Docs, you can literally sit down on the bus at the doctor's office in front of the TV, pull up this template, pull up the internet, and post a couple ads, just copy, paste in your title, copy, paste in your body, copy, paste in your link, put in an image, upload, and just go from category to category, from city to city, however you want to break apart that country, and have some fun with it. And I think I'm a little early so do we want to go post some ads? Let's see where we're at. 9:48. Ooh, all right. So do we want questions or do we actually, what do you think would be best, Stacy?
I'm playing around in a website right now for posting ads that actually had a category for wine.
That is awesome. So do you think you might want to post there?
And it's in English. Google actually made it English. You choose English.
Yeah, I think Stacy ought to go there and post an ad and show us how to do it.
All right, yeah. We'll do it together because I've never been on this site. It's called Juan Wants, but we're going to say it the English way. I don't know if I'm right on the pronunciation or not. And what it made me do is it made me choose France. And why did it change back to Paris, to French? All right, well, we're going to struggle a little. It's all good.
And I will caution you, if it is giving you troubles, don't spend an hour on one post. There are other sites, but in this case, she's going pretty quick, so it's good. But especially if you're new at link posting, find the English ones that stay English. I'm not asking you to waste your time. I'm asking you to go ahead and, post internationally so you can get some links coming through from other countries.
All right. Yes, I want to add photos. I'm guessing that's what that means. Ha. Guys, all I did was I did a right click and said translate to English, and it's popping it back to English. All right. I don't want, I want to,
Thankfully, most of the list on our countries are English speaking at the moment,
think I-
but it won't be for long. That list is going to grow. I'm excited for Asia countries.
country concerned by announcement, step 1 of 5. All right, so France. I actually clicked the post an ad. Translate to English. Thank you. I do not have permission to post an ad in France from the country where I currently am connected on.
I had not bumped into that yet.
I've had it quite a few trying to post internationally. So this guy is gone. I'm going to research.
And I think because I always do Australia and UK, and they're not as strict on that sort of thing. But again, Rory has the list too on the free traffic. There are quite a few in there that will let you go post international places.
All right. I just did a research, I searched again saying post ads for free in France from US.
Oh, from US. There you go, slick.
Free classified. I've used AdHordes before. Let's see if they let me post. I'll log in first. Shoot, it didn't remember my password. Let me grab my book of passwords and see if I wrote it down. And then if I didn't write it down, then it's because it didn't work.
9:52 a.m. 2 notifications.
Bear with me here.
Try logging in with Facebook or Google. Stacy.
I don't always like doing that. All right, fine. I don't like them coming back onto my. Oh, you cannot do it with Facebook right now. All right, do Google.
So another thing I recommend is because we have a lot of usernames and passwords, is another Google spreadsheet with the link to the website, username and password right there. So you can just alphabetically scroll through because your list gets long, huh, Stacy?
It's not completely horrible.
It gets long. On paper is great, but some things you want to be able to just copy, paste, go.
I just want my first name. Oh, it wants both. All right. All right, I have confirmed. Okay, I have to go check my email for that. All right, I'm going to stop screen share.
While you're pulling that up, I will take a moment now to thank you guys for being here today and allowing me to train and teach you something. It's my pleasure to help as I can, but being able to do it this way is fun. So thank you. And thank you for being here on a Saturday. And thank you for advancing your business. And as you need us, you got instructors, use that too well. It's there for a reason. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Shane, for doing it. We know it's different than the rest of us teach because you're not able to teach screen share wise like the rest of us. And it works. We make it work. We're very flexible in that regard. All right, I am back. I've got just a couple minutes.
And actually, while you're filling in that blanks, I'll go ahead and share my story a little bit because I just thought of it. A lot of people may not know who I am. I should share that up front. I am Shane Belcito from Seattle, Washington. I'm actually legally blind, is kind of why Stacy was sharing that. And so for me, I know if I can do this, anybody can do Wine Ambassador and everything else that's going on around here with this group. But yeah, some of us do things differently. Some of us have those challenges and we get through them. So, allowing me to do it verbally today, I know for some of you it was tough because you are visual. Stacy's very visual. That's, as a team, we all get to grow and build this together. So that's kind of why we were going over that is, and my screen right here, I barely see what she's doing. It's got just 2 words on it. So that's the way that I'm able to do things. But again, like I said, if I can do this and succeed at it and be an MSI, there's no excuse for anyone. Anybody can do this.
So now I'm just gonna fill in the blanks and I'm just gonna, actually, I'm gonna get rid of some of these. There we go. So I'm on AdWords and I copied my title. I do have a YouTube video.
Ooh.
My wine unboxing from yesterday. So I'm gonna go to YouTube quick and grab that little bugger link.
I just got all my wine. It was on hold since June because of Hawaii. That's the neat thing of Wine Ambassador. They'll just hold on to it for you till you're ready for it. But then they send it to you all at once.
Yes, they do.
3 months worth.
All right, come on, bring up my video. All right, we'll go back to here. Description. We're gonna just let YouTube think about it. I'm gonna try it in French. We'll see. Oh, I can actually put my link in.
Love that.
All right, so I'm gonna come up here, copy, come back to this, and click the link, put in my URL, text to display, okay. Videos came up. Click on the 3 dots, get shareable link, come back to this, put it in. Now, can I add images? Upload images, here we go. And we'll see how many I can upload. I downloaded them, they're all still sitting in my download. I'll move them later.
And that's the trick with your template. Make a note where that folder or that in that 4th part actually on the template. Images are in blah, 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 blah folder. So you know exactly where to go.
You're allowed 7 megabytes. Here it actually tells me that I've used 1.64 and I can only do 4 files. So, hey, I'm gonna put 4 on there. And I'm gonna go grab another one, but this one, I have my QR codes. And I've got my Wine Ambassador one right there. And we'll do one more. Back to the downloads. And we'll take the countryside.
Now I want to go there.
Now it wants a phone number. I'm going to put in my Google Voice number and we'll see if it takes it or not. Oh, it sends an OTP. They're going to get you. This is where it gets you.
You gotta change the country code.
It doesn't allow you to.
Okay.
Yeah. It's picking. This is how a lot of the ad places are.
Starting to reduce spam. Yeah.
Yep.
So as you get a site you like, bookmark it so you can come back to it because sometimes you're going to bump into this. Start creating your own list of places to go back to.
I'm just going to see if it'll let me. All fields required. Okay. Yep. So we're done. We tried and it's right at noon, right at the top of the hour.
Very good. So thank you, everybody. Go and stop the recording.
Yep.